Okay, so now we'll show some basic Salesforce navigation. When you log into salesforce.com on the desktop, you'll see a few key areas that you want to pay attention to. The one on the upper right-hand side are the applications. These are different areas of the business: safety and compliance, inventory, shipping, project management, so on and so forth. Depending on the applications that you have access to will determine the different numbers and types of tabs that you'll have here. Which brings us to the second part of navigating, is that once I've selected my application, the menu items here, or tabs, will change. In this case, I have more tabs under the SPS inventory and shipping application than I do under the SPS project management application. And some folders will be duplicated because different applications probably use the same features. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, once you click on any of these tabs, you'll bring you to specific information in regarding whatever the tab's description is. So in this case, we're going to click on the Jobs tab. And as you can see, you'll see a section here for jobs. And one thing I'd like to point out is the view capability here. So basically, when you go from tab to tab, you have different views that you can select. So under Jobs, for example, I have Open Jobs, Close Jobs, Closeouts, All Locations, and All. So if, let's say I want to look at all jobs, I simply select that on my drop-down and hit Go. And it brings up all the open jobs that we have in the system. Now, the way Salesforce works is it uses hyperlinks. So if I want to get more information on the Western Hotel in Nashville, for example, I'd simply click on it. The third navigation component, if we take a step back, this is the applications. These are the tabs. Within the tabs, you have the records. And within a record, you have the feed, which is essentially all the things that occur. Think of it as a Facebook-like feed that is attached to each particular job. And the purpose of the feed is to capture any pertinent information. Think of it as a long log of things that happen to that particular job. It's a great way to track things. You can show and hide the feed to reduce the clutter in your desktop by clicking on the Hide Feed or Show Feed link. Okay, now once we look at the detail information here about the job, I can get all sorts of things like general contractors, owners, so on and so forth. But the way Salesforce works is that you'll have a header record, like so. And then you'll have what we call child records, or records that are related to it. So one job, in this case the Western Hotel, has a bunch of related inventory tickets. And if I click on an inventory ticket, it's the same user interface, but I'm now drilling into that inventory ticket for this particular job. Each record, as I said before, has its own feed, but underneath each inventory ticket, you have the detail or related lines. So think of it as just a hierarchy within a hierarchy. I'll go back once again to the job. You see that I have the top parent record, which is the job itself, and all the related, what we call child records, which are the related records to that job. Okay. If I want to click in there, I'll drill down into it. And that's essentially it. So Salesforce is nothing but a bunch of applications, as we talked about, tabs, and then within tabs, you have records. You click on a record, you have related records underneath. Everything in Salesforce works this way. So once you understand that, navigation is fairly easy.